the Raiders.
What's up, folks? Well, it is the halftime, and right now, probably not the score that everyone wanted it to be, but it is 17-7, the Raiders. Unfortunately for the Eagles, right now, David Carr is taking care of business out there in Las Vegas. But before we get to all that, I want to make sure that I mention here, the halftime is presented to you by Crystal Clean at crystalclean.org. If you guys need your home, office, and/or business clean, please reach out to crystalclean.org. And I do believe, if I remember correctly, she does have a number to call here. Yes, it is 610-937-3878, 610-937-3878. Again, crystalclean.org. You guys can find her on Facebook under Crystal Clean. And the way you know if you're, because there's a ton of them that are out there, if you look and it says call Crystal Clean today up there, as you can see on the screen, by all means, please give Crystal a call. She would appreciate it. Located there in Wrigley. It is a small business owned by the family. And so if you guys don't mind, please reach out to crystalclean.org and find her on Facebook. The website will be coming here momentarily. And I am getting a super bad echo. So I apologize if anybody's listening right now because it's coming in really, really bad. But again, crystalclean.org. And then also save the date for Kendall's Crusade. Robert, if you can flip over to that one. Yeah, see, Rick is saying this is hard to watch, so I'm pretty sure the echo is probably coming in really, really bad. Save the date on May 31st for 2022, by the way, for Leslie Goodell. I'm going to have to go back on this one here. All right. Rick, let me know if it continues to be hard, because I can definitely hear the reverb really, really bad in my headphones here. Save the date, May 31st, 2022. For the second annual Kendall's Crusade. I was referring to the game. Okay. I'm all right. Sorry. He was referring to the game, but I can still hear it, but not as bad now. Anyways, save the date, May 31st, 2022, the second annual Kendall's Crusade. Of course, Goose's Monte Cristo was there representing the lounge out there, and Leslie Goodell has welcomed back for the second year in a row Goose's Monte Cristo Lounge and Tobacconist. So we can't wait for Goose to be back out there with everyone else on Memorial Day weekend, May 31st. So everyone, please save the date, May 31st, Kendall's Crusade. And if you need more information, visit Leslie at Leslie Goodell on Twitter, at Leslie Goodell on Twitter. So again, save the date, May 31st, 2022. And also, for those that I said, unfortunately, the wrong website earlier, it is WXPM. WXPM. Once again, WXPM.org, as in Whiskey X-Ray Papa Mike.org. WXPM.org, 98.5 WXPM FM, right above Goose's studio. Again, still with the vinyls, but bringing out some good throwback music. So if you guys want to listen in, by all means, please go and visit them either on Facebook and or on their website, again, at WXPM.org. So, Robert, thank you for that. For everyone else, and Rick, yes, we will agree, it is hard to watch when you were talking about referring to the game. And getting it here from, I guess, Fuji, I'll start out with you. I guess, what the hell's going on?
No pressure on the quarterback. I mean, up front. I mean, Carr's just dumping it off. Kenyon Drake, Josh Jacobs just chewing up this defense. This defense is on the field too long. I mean, the time of possession is like 16 minutes to 12. And, you know, Miles Sanders carted off and waiting to hear something. Hopefully Howard Eskin will break something soon. Hopefully it's not season-ending injury. I mean, they had that nice drive in the beginning. Nick came out, ran the ball, and then boom. The head of Miles Sanders took on that tackle. And him being carted off is not good. And, you know, just the Raiders are just running the ball right down the throat. Mixing it up, Carr with 2 seconds, just dumping it off.
That's the good and bad part about it, is because it's been just that. And apparently, as Rick says here, more holes in the secondary than Swiss cheese, which is absolutely correct. Looking at it from, at least from my point of view, I mean, it's not right now. David Carr, once again, as I stated in the very beginning here of the broadcast, is that he's making look it easy, truthfully, for the offense. And I know you talked about it off air before we went on air here, that it is looking like the defense, the Eagles defense, is being gassed. So I'll go down to the guys in the studio there between Big D, Flo, and Goose. What do you guys think are going to have to be, I guess, the adjustments here coming up on the second half? And I guess, Flo, I'll start off with you.
Well, one thing about sports, you can always lose in the first half, but you can't win. The great thing about this game, it's a great game of football, any given Sunday, but we can also always come back on the second half. I mean, I think the coaching staff is young, but I think that we're good enough in order to make all the adjustments to come back and still get an Eagles victory. What do you think, D?
Yeah, man, I agree. I think we're losing across the board, though. We're losing in time of possession. We're losing in total plays. So we got to get more plays ran for more opportunities. We definitely got to get the time of possession up because we need to get our defenses off the field. And that's pretty much it. And the other thing is we need to stop the run, right? We need to stop these guys from coming up the middle. We need to plug that up. And I think we'll be all right because I think, 17-7, we down by 10. I still think that there's opportunity for us to make those adjustments and come back, and get the ball rolling. And,
I'm not even going to give you the South Philly Fuji eye. Before I go and I throw it to Big Goose, two major things that we definitely need to watch the second half. One is penalties. The other one is injuries, man.
Well, the Eagles only have one penalty thus far.
Yeah, but the fact that we're not getting a chance and opportunity to move the ball up and down the field like we usually do when you're sitting right next to me after you had a cheesesteak or, or a breakfast sandwich, it's just the difference, You got to get that breakfast sandwich in the morning. You got to move that ball up and down the field.
Like I said, the defense, there's no penetration on Clark. He's just dumping that ball, especially with Jonathan Gannon. It's basically like a Jim Schwartz bend, don't break defense. And he's not one guy that's going to send the house that often.
Let me ask Big Goose, what do you think about play calling, and what do you think about the effort so far as the Eagles are concerned?
I think they definitely have to tighten up the defense flow. I agree with the one guy that wrote it's like Swiss cheese. They're just dissecting them in the second quarter. And is this off?
It's on.
It's on. Okay. That's the defense will be key. And again, Big D, I think it's definitely a matter of making the adjustments at halftime. And it's a young staff. It's interesting. I went to the head coach of the Eagles. I Googled it. And there's 23 assistants they have. 23 assistants. You remember the days, Howard, guy, you played football. How many assistants did the head coach have? Maybe 2? Now they got 23 guys with input. And I have confidence that this young staff will come up with something and they'll come out. And I'll tell you what, I'll offer this. If they come out and they win in the second half, I'm going to send everybody a Monte Cristo cigar. And to start at the next show, we're going to have Angel and Fuji smoking Monte Cristo cigars. You guys game?
There you go.
Yeah, it works for me.
I'll hold you to that.
I'll hold you to it.
All right.
Yeah, it works for me. And it's funny, Goose, that you say that because I was just about to say that maybe that's what it needs to happen. Maybe we need to send a care package down there to the link and or at least over to the practice facility. Maybe the Monte Cristos will help. I mean, it can't harm anything any more than what's going on right now. But again, Nick Sirianni this week, all week long, he talked about how the fan base, how he loves it. He hopes that the fan base makes it out there. And obviously, they've made it out there in numbers, and they're out there cheering them on, which I'm quite sure they are. But at the same time, too, just because you're away doesn't mean the fan base is not going to boo you for that product that we see on the field here. So we hope that the second half adjustments come fast and furious. And yes, like Flo said, the injuries, even though it may be one, we'll see because we'll get the update later on. Hopefully, it's not a major injury update. We've already got a couple of the guys here on the team, both on the offensive, defensive side. They're not too healthy. So we'll see what adjustments will be made here in the second half. It's always tough to win on the road. And we know that the Eagles can do it. I know Lamar Murray had his comment here earlier saying that the D coordinator is playing bend, don't break. The problem with that is that the D breaking. That is, the D is breaking blitz, which is absolutely true. And unfortunately, it's been discussed that this defense has not been on the same cue. But as Goose referred not too long ago, it is a young, talented staff. And adjustments are going to be made. We get caught up in the moment because it's hard to see your team always being knocked around. And the Raiders are good, not as great as other ones, as we saw that Kansas City got walloped today. But hopefully that won't happen the same thing here to the Eagles as they're out there out in Nevada. and hopefully things will work out to be a lot better. So we'll see what adjustments the Eagles end up making. We'll see what Jalen Hurts ends up doing here in the second half. It's a lot of unknown factors at this point, but it can be a lot worse. We just hope it isn't a whole lot worse. Eric McCauley says, I'm taking shots for every time the Eagles punt. Oh boy.
That's good.
Let us know how you're feeling after the game.
Exactly. Eric, thank you for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Sorry if I screwed up your last name, McCauley. So I apologize for that. But hey, listen, if that's the case, we should all be taking shots, because I don't know what's going to be the key element towards the end of this game. I think communication seems like they're finally getting to that point. Now it's picking up the loose pieces. Again, Jalen Hurts being flushed out. There's a lot of things that the Eagles need to improve on. 2-4, we hope not to see them go 2-5. But looking at today's game, it could be a possibility. Again, good thing Green Bay took care of business for the most part. And we'll see what happens as far as when it comes to Dallas. But the Eagles don't need to get any further down in the dumps like the G-men up there up north to make it any worse for them. So thankfully, there's still a lot of season left. They can still turn things around. They can still become 500. It all is going to depend on how this young coaching staff is going to get together. So I want to get some quick final thoughts of what everybody believes is going to happen here in the second half. And obviously, a lot of different scores that we saw. I think right now, looking at it, it's 17-7 Raiders. Well, no one had the Raiders, so I can't even compare the scores, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of judgment they have. So, Fuji, quick thought. What do you think it's going to happen in the second half here?
They're just going to have to get back to the basics and run the ball. Boston Scott had a couple nice bursts there. I mean, you're just going to have to mix it up with him and Gainwell. It's a shame, that ball was overturned with Gainwell, because the Eagles could have struck back with a touchdown and kept it closer than 17-7 now. I mean, the defense, that line has to get right to Carr. You got to get in his face. This is another thing I've been talking since week one. Where's the penetration up front trying to sack the quarterback? It plays a big role in it, but hey, if you ain't going to get to the quarterback, the back side of that defense is just going to be chewed up with the linebackers, and the secondary's already gassed. 17 minutes to 13 minutes. It's close, but like I said, the Raiders just dominated that first half on offense.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. So, guys out there at the lounge, what do you guys think?
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying.
Ryan, son of a gun.
I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
I just think when it comes to Broad Street South, along with Boots and Goats, man, we gotta have a whole different energy here. Not only are we the best damn podcast show that people are watching and tuning in with us, we got Singapore rolling. We also got Wakanda rolling, and we got Villanova, alumni in here. So we got some good karma. We got some good juju going on right here. We're smoking cigars. We're drinking water. We're watching a great football game here on a wonderful, fabulous Paradise Sunday here in Royersford, a.k.a. Rofo, PA. And what I'm saying to you guys is you guys going to see a difference the second half. I know I don't got my right-hand man to the left of me. Fuji's here because he's back at the cave. But if he was here, man, we would be rocking and rolling. The Eagles are going to come out, and we're going to fly. Eagles fly. So everybody, get your popcorn ready. You know what I mean? All the younger coaches are going to make – it's always harder to make adjustments when you play outside of the division. Do you agree, D?
Yeah, that's good.
They're throwing all the best stuff. These are professionals. They know what defense to run and everything to do, whatever case may be. So it's kind of hard to always. And we're in Vegas. Vegas gets kind of tricky. Especially on the weekend, they get kind of tricky when it comes to lines and and different stuff. You guys understand what I'm saying to you. D, what do you think that this is going to the second half? Is this glass half empty or half full? How do you feel about your frat brother?
The glass is half full.
Okay.
I feel very confident in Jalen and what he's going to do. The glass is half full. If you think about the last couple of weeks, the Eagles played better in the second half.
They always do. And I always told Fuji that, and I told Angel that
they came around
every
a little
single
late.
week. That's right.
So keep that in mind.
That's right. How's Omega Sci-Fi going to play the second half?
Omega Sci-Fi, Jalen Hurts, that's my frat brother. He knows he's going to do. He knows he's going to come out and do the job that he's supposed to do, because like any Omega man, He's taking it on his shoulders, and he's going to carry that weight. Let's get it. Root to the Q.
Let's go. What do you think, Goose? How do you feel about the second half?
I think it's a challenge for this young staff, and I think they'll put together a game plan for the second half, and they'll come out and kick their butt. And I'm a man of my word. If I like that idea, Angel, about sending the staff some Monte Cristos, I think that would be great. And Flo, did you tell them we the guy that came the closest to predicting the Eagles and the who was it?
Tampa Bay. That was my brother.
That was his brother. It was his brother.
So we came through with a 5-pack of Monte Cristos
Absolutely.
for that guy, right?
Yep.
So I'm a man of my word. And the same thing today. Everybody gave their predictions, and I hope I'm the one that comes closest, and I can give the Monte Cristos to myself.
There you go, Goose. That's the way it worked. I want to get the 3 quick comments in here. The last one's going to make me laugh here, but Lamar Murray, thanks again for coming back at the half here. He says, I'm looking for him to get a deep ball, meaning obviously Jalen Hurts, to Devontae Smith to open up the offense. Rick follows it up with Eagles look lost and needs something like a turnover to light up the cigar. And Eric says, love the energy, but let's hope it's fly, Eagles fly, not why, Eagles why. That's a good one there. And it says, oh no, failed inside kick. So obviously the game is underway yet, but I can see it. So listen, thanks to everybody who tuned in today. We do appreciate it as we try to get a quick lightning round. Thanks to 98.5 WXPM. Again, WXPM.org. So thank you to 98.5 for Crystal Clean as well. Thank you to Crystal for coming on with the halftime show. If you guys need your cleaning services, please reach out to Crystal Clean on Facebook and crystalclean.org. So, and the website will be up shortly. Again, thanks to Tampa Joe's, to Goose's, LGDirect.net, to Big Sarge, and everyone else. We hope that you guys enjoy the rest of the game. Let's hope for a victory more than anything else. And we will see you all come next week. Maybe, you don't know. We may surprise you with a post-game show. But for right now, we'll see you guys later. For, again, my Debbie, the producer, for Big D, Flo, Goose, and Fuji, we will see you later.